Vicksburg, Vicksburg, Vicksburg. Listen, I have to say the city name 3 or 4 times because this is an exclusive. Hello, this is Marcus Boyd, host of Vicksburg Food Experience. And as you may have seen different episodes that I do, I like to go in establishments, restaurants, food trucks, cooks, chefs, whatever have you, and bring more positive light, bring more customers, bring more eyes to their businesses and their establishments. I am here with a Vicksburg native. I am here with an extremely talented chef, okay? This man's so talented, he had my stomach convert to spinach dip, okay? Now, that's talent, okay? So I am here with Chef D. Go ahead and wave at him, Chef D.
Hey, how y'all doing, community?
So we are here at his place called Wing Xscape. It's right off here on, 4,000?
South Frontage Road.
Okay, so if you're not doing nothing, if you don't feel like cooking for them kids, you bring them kids and yourself here, okay? They got everything for the whole family. Now, Chef, can you talk to me how it got started? Where did you grow up? Siblings, mom, dad, all that good stuff.
So, I grew up here in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Spent a lot of my time on East Avenue, right over there off of Cherry Street. I did go to Halls Ferry Elementary School. That place is no longer existing. It's right over there where Walgreens is and Chick-fil-A. That's where Halls Ferry Elementary used to be. I spent time at Redwood Elementary School as well. So I kind of have a little Gator, a little Viking, so I'm one of the half-breeds, so it's kind of hard to claim.
A little Gator, a little Viking.
So it's both in there, so I have ties to both. But I did go to Vicksburg Junior High, Vicksburg High School.
Shout out to Vicksburg High School.
Shout out to Vicksburg High School, go Gators. So one of the things is I left Vicksburg to go to Houston, Texas. This is about 20 years ago, somewhere in there, roughly, 15 years roughly, to go to culinary school. And it was always my dream to come back to Vicksburg and to give the city what I've learned, my gifts, my talents, whatever I have to give to the city. Just seeing the city kind of decline over the years kind of, tugged at my heartstrings because my heart is here. So seeing the city from afar, from Texas, that's booming in the economy, I noticed that a lot of people were moving and stuff like that. And Hot Potato and Wing Xscape came about in Houston, Texas. We did that in 3rd Ward at Lodgette Food Hall. Had some great success there. We were actually, because it was in a ghost kitchen, we were going to do a storefront. And upon me doing a storefront, I found the place and all that. We were going to get started there because we did have a pretty big following and we were doing really good. We're right around the corner from the Turkey Leg Hut and stuff like that. So people that went there kind of knew of us and things of that nature. But I came back to Vicksburg just to visit some family and stuff like that. And I just kind of looked around the city and I made a decision. I would call it a God decision, meaning that I'm always have my ear to the Lord to see what He wants me to do. And I kind of felt the tug to do it here because Houston is full of restaurants. Houston is full of, innovation and, I'll be back over that way to open many more establishments. But what I've tried to do is give Vicksburg something different to have. If you look at our company, we try to do things opposite of what our competitors are doing. We noticed that there's a lot of copycatting, a lot of copying. This restaurant serving hamburger steak, that restaurant serving hamburger steak, this mom and pop is serving hamburger steak. When we said, no offense to that, but what we're trying to say, the point I'm trying to make is that we want to do something different. We want to give people different options. And with that, we have to find people that's on board with our mission. That's good food, good customer service. So throughout that process, you can find people that maybe initially are good for you at the moment or good for the company and for the community, but then over time things change and you need to kind of refresh, whether it means get new employees. change your menu. Like, for example, we have X deals now. What are X deals?
Yep.
X deals are something that it's a go-to option that's not going to break your pocket, and we give you lists. So we noticed that a lot of restaurants, they do a special, one special per day, once a week. We said, forget that. Let's do something every single day that you can count on, because we understand that some of our options may be a little bit more pricier, and we get that, but it's because of the quality. Now, as far as the X deals are concerned, there was something that in my heart, because I didn't come from money. So I understood that, you know, sometimes I may not have $20 to spend on a meal. I don't have $25 to $30 to spend on a meal. So we brought the X deals and stuff like that. We spent time in Pearl, Mississippi, which we're already going back to that direction because they're eagerly waiting on us. A lot of those customers come here to patronize us. So in a nutshell, I'm from here, and I am going to do everything in my power to make sure I keep on delivering and showing up every single day, giving our community 100%. We hear our employees, we hear our customers, because they are the ones that keep us coming back every single day. So,
okay, so you hear this Vicksburg from Chef D, and amazing. First of all, when you have somebody with an amazing spirit, when you have somebody that's homegrown and willing to give back to their city and their community, you have to give them their flowers. You have to applaud these heroes, especially being a Vicksburg hero himself. So, in cooking school, what are some of the styles of cooking was you able to learn while you was in cooking school?
That's a great question. Well, in culinary school, they start you with French classical cuisine. So that's where a lot of my training comes from. So a lot of my cooking styles come from the French style cooking. So my predominant background in cooking is fine dining. So it's like, you know, my brain is like, hey, fine dining, everything. However, in these concepts, that does not apply. So we have to take the professionalism from the fine dining and the extreme attention to detail and put it into our food. So that's why when you look at our plates, you may have a roll positioned in a certain way and a lemon positioned in a certain way, and you know. And I applaud the staff, because the demand on them is for nothing less than excellence, because our customers definitely demand perfection. And we can't always deliver that, but we live by the 99%. 99% of the time, we need to be delivering fire. If it's not fire, you need to throw it away. And every time we get a bad review, every time we hear about something negative, you better believe Chef D is on the way to figure out what happened and how we can address it. Yeah, that's
Now, I know you had a question for him about the other location that he was previously at. You want to ask that question?
Well, I have another question.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you still have the food subscription thing?
Yes, we do have the food subscription program, and that is one of many items that we have to save the community money. See, a lot of people don't realize, number one, it pays to shop with us. You're going to get something back in return, whether it's free baked potatoes. I think last month, we gave over 1,200 free baked potatoes. And that's just from people coming in, just swiping their card or paying cash, however they pay, and they're signing up with our loyalty rewards program. You're getting free baked potatoes, free wings. Some people just redeemed a party pack, so that's like 100 wings for free. They didn't pay a dime, because with us, it pays to shop with us. So the subscription plan is becoming very popular, because at one particular time, the notion was, well, let's cook at the house to save money. Well, we no longer live in those times that just cooking at the house will save you money. So the most popular plan that we're seeing fly out now is the family plan. It's $200 a month. A lot of people are scared of that $200. But when you really think about it, you can get almost 100 wings every single day. You can get multiple items every single day. So you have a guaranteed meal. Back in the day, $200 for groceries may carry you for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Now $200 on groceries may only get you about 4 days.
About a good 4 5.
5 days, and now you're back spending another $200. But at least with us, you have paid for not only your time back, but you get your food. And you know, they say you're a working mom, you're a working dad, or just a high school student. They say, you know what? I need the budget. This helps you budget, and at least you know that you have consistent food.
Wow.
And there are different plans. We go as low as $39.99, I believe, for the basic plan, and then you go up to the family plan, which is like $200 a month. So it just makes sense. It makes sense to shop with us because you're gonna get your money back plus some.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Again, Vicksburg, if you have a family, if you by yourself, if you're in school, whatever, please look for their subscription plan. Please understand that it's not about getting free wings. It's about to be able to get food that everybody can enjoy in the family. So you need to make sure that you are looking up and getting in tune with their subscription plan. Now, you had another question about, you had another question?
Yeah. So I wanted to know about the different, I guess your new location. I didn't make it to your last location, so I guess I want to know, why'd you move, or, did you feel the need to expand? Maybe business was booming so much in the other places. I think that was a little bit smaller, right?
Right.
So
absolutely. So when we initially came to Vicksburg, and I'll circle back around to your question. When we initially came to Vicksburg, we were in the Vicksburg Mall. And that was more of a tester, kind of just to see where we stood, would it work, you know what I mean? And so when we found the other location, which is next to TJ Maxx, we settled in on that, but it took some time because we had to get in there and really change it, convert it from a Little Caesars over to a Wing Xscape. So that took a lot of work. The customers, of course, they were used to the mall. And so it was, a little bit more intimate and things of that nature. But, this was a different setup. So sometimes we know that the customers, I don't like this new location. I like the last one. I like, I don't like Pearl. I like Vicksburg better. You know what I mean? So we were there. We saw, good success and things like that. But we were actually approached by some higher ups and asked would we consider coming to the outlet mall. And initially, the answer was no. That was the initial answer. But after some time, we, have signature brands as well, which is a little more higher scale than the normal grab and go location like a TJ Maxx. So we saw it as an opportunity where we can expand on the culinary side a little bit more. And, now people are starting to appreciate what this has to offer. You know what I mean? So I know a lot of times we make the mistake of when we see a new restaurant, we want to find something to compare it to or something to peg it to. Well, they're not like this and they're not like that. Instead of finding the beauty in what that place has to offer. See what I mean? So, with that, we kind of had some issues with signage and things like that. We had to get a new company to come in and take over our sign because we were not pleased with the last company and things of that nature. We had to go through finding a lot of staff that gives our expectation of service and food. So sometimes things may have slipped through the cracks, but we were quick to fix it and jump on it and stuff like that. Our team members, they love it here. We love having them here. They really are a blessing. There are a lot of gems in Vicksburg, people-wise. But sometimes it's hard to find those gems and get them out of their comfort zone and try something new. So, but this location, we're excited to have it. The landlord of the outlet mall, he is actively trying to grow this area. So he was enthusiastic about the company. The company was close to his place of business in Houston. So, having that familiar ties there, he knew what we were about we're about excellence and things of that nature. So it was a no-brainer once we kind of talked a little bit more, and we shared the vision with him, and he shared the vision with us, because the outlet mall owner is definitely passionate about Vicksburg, just like we're passionate about Vicksburg. And we understand that, and I told him, I said, listen, Vicksburg is a tough place to have a restaurant, let alone any business, because we're quick to let you know we don't like something, and you know what, respectfully so. And we encourage the criticism, we encourage the complaints. We want to know where we're doing wrong so we can get it right, so we can stay here. You know, and I know a lot of times things happen and people are like, well, we're going to go, or they're going to go, we're going to be here for a long time. We're going to be here for a very long time.
Now, we about to get ready to talk about some of the items on your menu.
Okay.
Now, y'all call Wing Xscape.
Yes.
So Marcus Boyd with Vicksburg Food Experience want to try to experience your famous dishes of the wings.
Yeah.
Because it's called Wing Xscape.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, this is your menu, right? This
is our appetizer menu. We just launched that last weekend. So this is our appetizer menu, and we understand that sometimes if you're with your family, right? Well, I want to go to Wing Xscape tonight. Well, I don't really want wings. Well, they got burgers. I don't want a burger. Well, they have fish. I don't want fish. Well, they have seafood bowl back. I don't want that. Well, they have quesadillas. Okay, well, I'll eat the quesadillas. So it's expanding a little bit more on the culinary side.
See, Chef D,
Yes.
that's this new generation. The generation I come from, Vicksburg, my grandma said it one time, we going to Wing Xscape. Whatever you don't like, you're not going to eat.
You don't starve.
That's just what it is. I come from old generation. We didn't have a choice. Now, what is some of these items here?
Okay, so starting with the top, we have the spinach dip. So we did prepare a couple of items for you to see today and try. So we have the spinach dip here with the fresh tortillas that we cooked to order. We do have our chicken quesadilla right here with salsa, sour cream, and guacamole trio. And then we did prepare you a magnolia burger with french fries. We did some feedback in a small group of loyalty members, and they all unanimously decided that they wanted house-cut fresh french fries, because that's how we originally started. And they say, everyone has their own preference, whether it be the frozen fries, that's where you would see that a lot of chain restaurants, that's what most people are used to. But we really want to drive home the theme of fresh ingredients, and we want to give you guys food in the purest form. So that means little to no processed food. The guacamole is made from scratch to order. So we don't make a big batch of guacamole and keep it. We're literally smashing avocados to order. The salsa is fresh. The spinach dip is made in-house.
This is homemade spinach dip?
This is homemade spinach dip. It's not store-bought. We have a specific recipe that we use that we make in-house.
Vicksburg, my thing most of my life was stay away from foods that would not agree with my stomach. Let me tell you something. I'm getting emotional because Vicksburg, this is homemade spinach dip, okay? They need to have this in every Walmart, in every health food store. Let me tell you something, okay? This is so good, I'll just take my fingers and lick it by itself. You know what I'm saying? I don't even need help with chips. Now, can we ask, how did you come up with the name for the burger?
Okay.
Where did it come from? What was the inspiration?
All right. So the inspiration was in culinary school, starting back there. We had to come up with a burger recipe, and I actually won first place. And at the time, it was called a bistro burger. That's what I named it. It was a bistro burger. But I noticed that the best burgers are simplistic in nature, have the ingredients that you need, and you don't have to do too much in order for it to be great. So, we do make the patties in-house. It's not just ground beef that we smash up. There is an actual recipe that we use and items that we use in the meat so now a lot of people are tasting the patties and saying, oh my God, this is like the best burger I ever had.
So this is like a signature burger.
Yes, this is a signature burger. It's called the Magnolia Burger. And obviously the state flower is the
Magnolia.
All right. So yeah, this is really giving that Mississippi, paying that Mississippi tribute to the state flower. Because it's gorgeous, and our burgers are very, very good. Our wings are good as well. The burger is definitely the way to go.
Okay, so is this your menu over here?
Yes, actually, let's take a look at the menu of what we have. We have our Real Cajun Kitchen menu. So, of course, these are different brands, all underneath the Hot Potato 123 Express umbrella. So we plan on opening a Real Cajun Kitchen in 2026 locally. But these are just some of the items that you will be able to get. So we just give people like a taste of different menu items. Right up here we have the Magnolia Burger Company small menu. So these are small menus that you can get a try of the different brands. So whenever you do see the brand, you can know what to expect when you do go. Of course, whenever we open up the actual restaurants, there will be a lot more options. Okay. Then we have a little bit of the Hot Potato 123 Express menu, which is the spuds, which is the baked potatoes that we have in house. Again, food in its purest form. So one good thing is not only does it pay to shop with us, you're gonna be healthier just by eating with us. You're not gonna feel bad after you eat a meal. You ever ate a meal and you just felt so bad afterwards?
You get the itis.
You get the itis.
You get sleep.
Right, you know, and sometimes you can get really full with us, but you don't have that itis. Okay, and then so of course combos. Vicksburg loves combos. You got that in the combo? Can I get that in the? So what we did was we did the 6 wings with different variations of baked potatoes. We do serve grilled cheese sandwiches in soups and salads. On the Wing Xscape menu, we do have pastas. That's one of our most popular items. The shrimp, Cajun shrimp pasta and the fully loaded Cajun pasta. That is like all day long, every day we're selling that. The fish combos, the seafood bowl bags. I can say that, you know, we kind of brought that Tex Orleans style to Vicksburg. It wasn't really here when we got here. And what we mean by that is seafood bowl tossed in the sauce. And so a lot of times our marketing team would kind of, you know, poke fun at the plain seafood bowl with just boiled in water with no seasoning, no nothing. And so, you know, but some people, that's how they like it. But, you know, we don't serve ours that way. So some people will come, get our seafood bowl and not realize it's Tex Orleans style instead of your traditional with cocktail sauce. And then last but not least, we have the wings. We have boneless wings and traditional wings. Our boneless wings are 100% white meat chicken breasts that we hand cut. Literally, we marinate those as well as we marinate our wings. And we have, I want to say, roughly 28 wing flavors. We do have a new wing flavor starting in 2 weeks called Spicy Peach. So that'll be out soon. And then, of course, the X deals. And then at the signature location, we do have the sirloin, the ribeyes, salmon, pork chops. And we will be adding baby back ribs. So we're going to be smoking baby back ribs with our in-house made rub. And we're going to be actually pit smoking those out back. And so we're going to be adding that to the menu as well.
Okay, so Chef D, my question is, do you do catering? Do you do deliveries? Do you work with DoorDash or any of those type of companies?
Yes, sir, absolutely. So you can get delivery from us 2 ways. One way is on hotpotato123express.com, wingxscape.com, and you can select pickup or delivery through the website directly. That's what I would recommend so you can get those loyalty points so you can get free items. Yes, we are on third-party apps like DoorDash, but the prices are adjusted a little higher. So if you do notice on DoorDash, why is it that the X deal is $10.99 in the store, but it's adjusted to offset the cost that DoorDash charges the restaurant for being on their platform? So that's why we have to make the cost on that. So yes, you can find us either on the website or you can find us on DoorDash.
Okay, so another question is, do y'all do any type of community activities in the city of Vicksburg? Are y'all going to do any type of community activities or church-related activities, or even stuff for the kids?
Okay, that's a great question. So in the past, we did do something called Spirit to Serve. And what that was is that we would solicit information from people. If they knew someone that was in need, that they would give us a name. We would do a random drawing, and we would give free food to the family that was in need, whether it's 50 chicken wings and 6 to 8 fish, and you know what I mean? So we kind of got away from that, which we're going to be doing something different in the future as far as giving back to the community. So we're going to be having some toy drives around Christmas. We're going to be having, I think next year we're going to do the back to school initiative, to where we want to be able to get backpacks full of things for the kids. We want to get Gators and Vikings together, you know, for the youth.
Okay.
The one way we can stop violence in our city is that if we, the older generation, are active in the communities instead of sitting back waiting on somebody else to do something. So one thing is that, you know, I'm glad for new leadership in the community, and I'm eager to reach out to the leaders, because we also want to be a hub for natural disasters as well. So we want to make sure that we're that place that we can count on even in a natural disaster. I think we were the only ones open during the recent ice storm. You know, I was slipping and sliding down the hill, but I made sure I got open because I knew someone's lights were out. I knew someone didn't have food in their refrigerator. Someone didn't plan. So I made sure I got to work so we could be open to serve during the ice storm. You know, those are little things. We don't really talk about a lot of things that we do. We don't like to brag and be braggadocious. We really like to just put information out there and just let whoever come. So that's pretty much it. We have a lot of things planned for this city in particular because it's near and dear to my heart. And really even collaborating with other restaurants on some initiatives so we can all work together, because if the city can see us all working together, then they will in turn work together. So I'm one of those people that I don't wait for someone else to change this city. I'm going to change this city by my actions.
Listen, sir, legend, you up here speaking gospel and stuff. You almost made me throw out some tithes. But I will love to just get, the feeling of this place, maybe from a staff member or something of that nature if we can.
Sure, absolutely. Definitely. Now get a couple people. You want to talk about it?
Okay. Vicksburg, look at this. You know I had to come do a food praise report because I feel the food spirit all in my fat body, Lord Jesus. I feel it. So this is Chicken Quesadilla. Okay, so Vicksburg, I'm going to take one of these right here, okay? So as you see, this is well made. This is well done. The presentation is incredible. And I don't know what this white sauce is, but I'm gonna...
Sour cream.
Okay, sour cream. Okay, this sour cream. Okay, so Vicksburg. Let me tell you something. Okay, I never was a fan. Hold on, I'm trying to get emotional because I never was a fan of quesadillas before, but they have really showed me that it's okay to try new stuff. Vicksburg, my God. Look at these fries, dude. Look, hold on.
You didn't finish talking about it.
Vicksburg, let me say something. Okay? These are fresh homemade fries, okay? These fries are so good. I love you, Grandma, but I'm gonna have to dig you up in the grave so I can get you a little slap. Okay? These fries are so good. Look at the burger here. Look at it. But Vicksburg, we gotta focus on this, okay? You see this chip? You see this chip? You see this spinach chip? Okay? Look. Vicksburg. God said when 2 or 3 are in his name that he's in the midst. Now I know God is in the midst right now with his spinach dip, Vicksburg. He is in the midst because I don't even like spinach. This is why you need to come here. Wing Xscape, this is why you need to come here. This is healthy, this is good for you, and I promise you, okay? I'm just gonna come here for this. I'm gonna come here for other stuff. But Vicksburg, I'm gonna be here for this. The chips are so amazing. The dip, you can have this at your parties. You can come here and watch football, basketball, whatever, hockey. Go Gators. Look, come here. Okay? Until next time, Vicksburg. This place is big, boy.
Got me in there?
I want you in there too. Come on. Oh, it's only 2 of you.